What's up, goodies? It is your girl Juliana, aka How to Cook Channel, and welcome back to my kitchen. Your girl is here with a really good recipe: deep fried tofu in a kitchen, fast, easy, and simple. So be sure you subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you won't miss another upload. And for all of my returning goodies, wanna know some of them, right? Let's cook. In my eyes, you're a star, girl. Hey, she fit me, and she give me love plenty. Yeah, she authentic. This are the real thing, this are the plastic. Okay, goodies, you ready for cook? So let's cook. Now, whenever I'm making tofu recipes, I always use extra firm. It gives me more of a meat-like texture, but of course you could use whatever that you so choose, right? Now, after you remove it from the package, you want to go ahead and remove the moisture, meaning the water that it's been sitting in. You always want to do that. Sometimes you could put it in your freezer overnight and let it sit and thaw out. It gives it a more of a meat-like texture whenever you do that. But today, I'm just going to do it this way. Now, I'm only cooking for me for sure, so I'm not going to be using the entire thing. However, I am going to season the entire thing, sit off aside, and do the remaining, right? Now, be sure though, before you put any kind of a seasoning, whether you want to give it a more of a beefy type flavor or a chicken or a seafood type flavor, pat dry into your tofu and get most of your moisture out. You're not going to get all of it out, but you want to get most of it out. Now, after you have achieved that, I'm going to season it really mellow here. So I had a little bit of salt to it and black pepper to flavor. Now, if you're doing beef, you use beef, right? If you're doing chicken recipe, you use chicken seasoning. Now, the season of choice here is chicken season, right? Be sure you do both sides of the tofu, right? Okay, so this is the chicken season of choice here. It is the Ocherius brand, but of course there is several different types of a chicken season that you can find in your local supermarket or farmer's market rather. Just be generous with your chicken seasoning and give it a lot on every single side of your tofu because you don't want it to be unbalanced, right? Now, goodie, if you are here for your first time, be sure that you have subscribed to the channel. And if you are my old-time goodies and you are not receiving my uploads, that means your notification is on. Go ahead and check them and turn them in the on position so you will know whenever I upload contents, all right? Now, in another container, this is what you want to do. You want to go ahead and add your milled flaxseed to the mix. Then you're going to add about a 1/3 cup of cold water to it and give it a good mix. This is going to be your egg substitute, all right? This is what you need to do. Just let it sit for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you want to move on and get your flour mix ready. So instead of using flour here, I did go in and use my almond flour for this recipe. Now to the almond flour, I seasoned it up really nice and mellow. So all I did here was add a little bit of garlic powder to it, a little bit of onion powder as well, some black pepper, pinch of salt, not too much of that, the chicken seasoning because we are doing a chicken flavored thing, right? And some paprika here. Go ahead and give that a good mix. If you want to add any other seasonings to it, feel free to do so. And that is what your mixture is going to look like. And you might say you don't have the almond flour, use all-purpose flour. Okay, goodies, moving right along, you're going to need rice paper to complete this portion of the recipe. So I'm using the medium-sized rice paper here. You just want to get a container, add some water to it, soften it up for about 30 seconds. Then you place your tofu in the middle of your rice paper and fold it. Not too tight. You don't have to do it too tight, but just fold it up to the best of your ability, right? Just like I'm doing here. Then after you have done that, you go ahead and you put it into your egg substitute, like so. Then you place it into your flour mix, like so. Make sure that you get your flour mix all up on the outer part of your tofu, right? Right, just like so. Now, what you're going to do here next, after, well, these things supposed to look like that, right? Perfect. Now, as far as your oil is concerned, you want to make sure that your oil is at least 350 degrees in heat. If it's not 350 degrees in heat, you're going to have flan tofu, right? So make sure your oil is nice and hot. Don't overcrowd your pan though. This is what I do when I'm doing this particular recipe. I go ahead and add some of the tofu on the bottom first and then dip it into the oil. Then I put the others in to allow them not to cling and stick together. Now it does take about 7 minutes of frying time. It does not take that long to fry. 7 minutes of frying time and you should have your frying tofu looking like this, crispy and nice and golden brown and perfect. Now we're making our sauce. Now in a pan I added some ketchup to it, and I didn't measure anything here. Add your hot sauce, and after you add your hot sauce, you add some barbecue sauce to it. Then you add some maple syrup to it, and you want to go in and add a little bit of vinegar, some sugar, brown sugar, and give it a good mix. And you're all done right here. You want to go in and put them in individually. If you want to put it all at the same time and just mix it all around, you go ahead and do so, but I find that it comes out really good when I do them individually. So that's what your girl is doing here. After you have all done, I go in ahead and garnish with a little bit of fresh parsley. The thing was all set and it was looking proper. Very delicious, very tasty, fast, easy, and simple to do, right? Now, if you have not subscribed to my second channel, go to the link for that channel will be listed down below. So go ahead and subscribe to that channel. Life is Juliana. Now, you know that your girl was in heat to taste this goodness. The thing is so good, so good. You have to try it. Look at that, y'all. Perfect, perfection. So go ahead and share the recipe with all your friends and family. Bring them, come and send them, come, I'm waiting. After you get done doing that, tell me what you'd like to have me cooking next in my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen. Enjoy.